All right, we talked about this yesterday, how education was, well, actually, we've been talking about it for quite some time, about how education was really at the center of the gubernatorial election and really catapulted Glenn Youngkin to victory in the Virginia's governor's race. Now, the left is saying, oh, it's a big lie. This was all made up. It's not a real issue. But here, I want to commend the Republicans in Congress collectively. Of course, there's many individuals that do a great job, but collectively, I have to give it to them because they immediately made clear education is a real issue that matters. And yesterday, they held a press conference. Virginia Foxx, Congresswoman from North Carolina, who is the ranking member on the Committee on Education and Labor, commented on the left's attempts to radicalize education. Play clip 6.
This is our answer to the left's attempt to nationalize education. No. No to leftist indoctrination, no to critical race theory, and no to identity politics. Republicans believe in policies that unite us, not divide us. We know that education is at its best when run locally and when parents have choice. That is what we are fighting for.
Again, that was Congresswoman Virginia Foxx of North Carolina, the ranking member on the Committee on Education and Labor during the press conference yesterday. Well, joining me now to talk more about this, someone who knows a lot about education, but also about fighting the good fight, is Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler, former public school teacher who now represents the 4th Congressional District of Missouri. Congresswoman, welcome back to the program.
Well, thanks, Tony. It's great to be here.
And I know you are off the House floor waiting in the middle of vote, so if you have to go, our listeners completely understand it. We had Congressman Green on a little bit ago, so we know what you're up to. What should be the takeaways from Election Day with regard to the issue of education?
Well, parents deserve to be heard, and they are the best arbiter of their children's education. And I am so proud of the parents of Virginia who stepped up and said no to the critical race theory and no to identity politics, just like Virginia Foxx said, and said yes to parental control over the education of their children. And the school boards serve the families of that community, and they should listen to them. And yet we had the Democratic candidate for governor who had the audacity to say that parents don't have any right to govern what is taught in the classroom. It's ludicrous, and I'm just glad that the parents of Virginia stepped up and said, no, we deserve a governor who respects who we are, who understands that we should be teaching the ABCs and not the CRT. We need to be focusing on true academic achievement and not indoctrination in our schools.
Is this one of those situations of the left's overreach? I mean, they've been slapping down parents saying that CRT is not being taught in the schools. In fact, Terry McAuliffe made that claim when, in fact, the Virginia Education Department's own website shows how the teachings of critical race theory are being placed into Virginia schools. You've got the FBI, the DOJ wanting to crack down on parents. Is this a case of that classic overreach?
Absolutely. I mean, the thought that the Biden administration and the Department of Justice wants to pull the full weight of the federal government against ordinary moms and dads who just want to have input into their child's education is frightening. And I think Americans recognize that, and that there's no place for the federal government to be coming in and doing that, and to portray them or to give acquiescence to what the National School Board Association was implying in their memo, that parents who simply give input in their school board meetings are domestic terrorists, and give credence to that by sending out a memo to all your local FBI offices saying that we need to set up a system to monitor and to take care of these problem parents is truly frightening. Education should be a local level. Parents should be listened to, and we need the federal government out of our schools.
You know, I don't know if you were, but I was certainly surprised and encouraged how quickly the Republican leadership stepped forward in Congress saying, hey, this is a priority issue. We're going to address it.
Oh, it has been, near and dear to all of us Republicans' hearts, local control and parental rights and high quality education. And it's been very concerning, and especially my background as a teacher and as a mother, to see the move of so many liberals in education, that they want the parents to stay out, to stay at home, not have any input. We are the experts, and we're going to indoctrinate your children. We're going to get away from teaching academics and start teaching this social, mental theories and things that fall in line with our woke mentality, and turn your children into little woke robots. And parents of this country know that is wrong, and they're taking back control. So I'm proud of them.
And it's encouraging, and I think this is going to carry over into the next elections in 2022. So that's, to me, that's good news when we have citizens involved to the degree that we're seeing them right now. Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler, always great to talk with you. Thanks so much for stepping off the House floor to talk to us today.
I'm glad to do it. Take care.
All right.